It's week 1 of the NFL, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Jets and the Niners on Monday Night Prime Time.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Bronc. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. With Brock Hewitt up in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. What a great opening week to the NFL season it has been so far. And Brock, tonight's contest officially closing out week 1. You know these teams are happy to have the big spotlight to begin their seasons.
Yeah, a bit of added energy and juice in the building. Added challenge at the same time, too, Kate. They are amped up. Okay, they've watched everybody else get a chance to play, and now all eyes are on them. It brings some added pressure, no question. We'll get to see which team can rise to the occasion.
It's our Monday night opener for the season. Both teams are set up, and off we go. Brings in the kick at the 9. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. And bringing them out, you cannot call him irrelevant ever again. Took his team to the Super Bowl last year. It's Brock Purdy.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
Purdy throwing here to start. That's going to be caught by Evans. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Purdy throwing here on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Trying again following the sack. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Woo, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
3rd and long, Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Play action now with Purdy. Bails out of... And they got home. Sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
So now it's the Jets getting out on offense for their opening drive. They're led out by the 4-time MVP who's been in this league since 2005, Aaron Rodgers.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of a league MVP and maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts his campaign, though, and how you start can have a massive impact on how things play out.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brought down by Fred Warner. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Here's Hall once more. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by Fred Warner. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Rodgers will look to throw. Complete blocker. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. From the red zone now. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it'll be second and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. From the shotgun, Rodgers. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Throwing once again, Rodgers. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. Bass's kick is good. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Return starts at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. San Francisco headed out for its second possession of the game. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Got Evans, it's complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Going to the ground again on first. Spins out of one stop. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a 49er first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun is Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Another 49er. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Kittle brings it in. And he's brought down after a short game.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
That's Evans making the catch outright. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
To throw again, it's Purdy. That throw finds Kittle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. Time to get the second quarter going. The 49ers sent up inside the red zone. Looking to throw, Purdy. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
This one's caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. McCaffrey hits the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a second quarter lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Xavier Gibson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The second drive coming up now for the Jets offense. Their first drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Rodgers here from the gun. Has a man. It's Tyler Conklin. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Hall running between the tackles. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They go right back to Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with third down and 6 to go.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He has the first over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They have themselves another first and 10. They'll go right side with Hall. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Now here's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them.
Let's go.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Go.
Purdy setting up that play action. Connects on the crosser. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down throw by Purdy. This finds Evans, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. And with a half a football left to play, we can see already how close he is to that 100-yard mark in this game. Got to think that he stands a good chance of reaching it with plenty of time left to go. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Here we go, set.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers driving.
Hold it ready.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Go now.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He's on the move. He's on the move. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Now it's Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. San Francisco calls it second timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Here's Purdy to throw. That's going to be caught by Evans. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Catch made over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The 49ers will call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. All set up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Slot receiver headed left.
Go.
Purdy on first down. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs. And he's now reached it with that last catch. 2nd and 3 now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one.
Intentional grounding, offense.
No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Maher connects there. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, and he puts it through to pay off the drive with 3 points.
Here's Wisnowski now to handle the kickoff. Gibson now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. 2nd and 3 now. Back to throw it. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it inside the 25. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. So late in the half, Brock, why not take a shot downfield? And their prayers are answered as they come up with that late touchdown.
You know, this is just a case of who wants it more. If you're in that secondary, all you're thinking is knock the ball down.
Yeah.
Even if you make some contact, right? They rarely call pass interference on plays like that. But somehow, some way, the ball winds up as a touchdown.
They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. And his kick is good, and what a first half that was as we officially go in the locker rooms now, all tied up. We've hit halftime in our first Monday night contest of the season. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. Bijan Robinson, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Justin Herbert, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. These two teams making their final adjustment for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Gibson now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So to begin the third quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Escapes the pocket, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down, ready to turn it into a negative play.
He'll get this one to Adams. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do it in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
Takes it in at the 26. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The 49ers and receiver Mike Evans headed back out. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete out to the right. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tackle made by Chuck Clark. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Play action now with Purdy. On the move, headed right. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! And that gets him to double digits with his 10th reception of the game. They've kept him about as busy as they could all contest. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Working inside the red zone. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Got Evans. It's complete. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. A little more than a chip shot. This is 25 yards. Maher connects there. And they've taken back the lead.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Gibson now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Jets out to begin another drive. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punch, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
From the shotgun, Rodgers has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 27.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Searches from the... And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Frank Greenlaw picks it off. And the 49ers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, well, you checked it down to the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And he won't connect on that one. Incomplete. Nearly an interception on that play. And it sets up 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Back to the air on 2nd. Purdy. That's Evans making the catch outright. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. DJ Reed brings him down that time. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Gibson now to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. They gave one away on their first drive of the season. Now it's time to get one back with a touchdown on drive number 2. First down throw by Rodgers. Finds his target, Hall. Now he's past the 25. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Zerline with the extra point. And the Jets cut it to a field goal game.
Jets 17.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The 49ers are ready to go on offense, and we'll get a look at Deebo Samuel. That last touchdown cuts their lead from 10 to 3, but a chance to restore it right here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. To the 15. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jets and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Rodgers here from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. So that brings up 2nd down. Now Rodgers. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Jets have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. So now here's 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Go for it, Rodgers. He's going to push one deep down the right. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Purdy. He'll get this to Samuel. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Let's go. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Purdy. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up. To throw again, it's Purdy. Chased out to his right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The the 49ers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Brock Purdy with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now they're whistling for a timeout here. Somebody's shaking up on the play. Not the way he wanted to begin his rookie season. Wow, let's hope it doesn't cost him much time. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. He's on the move. He can run it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 34. He'll get this complete to Lazard. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Rodgers set to pass. Quick slant to Lazard. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. Flush down now to his left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. That throw finds Conklin.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
That's brought in by Lazard. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. And a man is there to knock that away. That one vehemently swatted away. And now it's 2nd down.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Getting out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing on 1st down, Rodgers. The throw is caught. He has the New York touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Point after converted by Zerline. And the Jets cut the lead down to 10. Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And the 49ers are able to cover the kick. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And they're already up by 2 scores, Bronk, but another one here would really put this one out of reach.
Ready up!
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Mike Evans with the touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers take a 3-possession lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. This return makes it up to the 25. The Jets offense now set to take over. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. They've got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Jets trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Wilson's got it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The Jets take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. They'll throw again. Rodgers. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. That throw intended for Malachi Corley. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Throwing again, it's Rodgers. Caught by Lazard. And he goes out a little short of the 40. First and 10 from the 41. Again, Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing once again, Rodgers. Malachi Corley reels it in. And they get this down to the 28. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. That one's cut along the left sideline. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Working inside the red zone. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And now they face second down. Off play action, Rodgers. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Rodgers here from the gun. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets get it back to within 2 possessions. Zerline with the extra point. And the Jets cut the lead down to 10. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the 49ers are able to cover the kick.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
From the gun, McCaffrey. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. 3rd and just 2 to go. They stick with McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. Gets in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 3-possession lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. To throw is Rogers. Toward the sideline and caught by Wilson.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
One final shot here. Need this to force overtime. And there's our last-stand image of this game. It's intercepted. And the 49ers make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So the 49ers take the win here in front of the faithful in Santa Clara. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.